following on from the episode with Jay Herridge, we are going to continue talking about Power Rangers. Yes, this is a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu podcast, but why not talk about Power Rangers? Rich,
Why
you've got
not?
some very interesting facts. Go ahead.
I don't know about interesting, but yeah. So I heard I heard about how their fighting scenes from Power Rangers were actually from like a Chinese show or something, and the Americans have just taken it and made a whole new show to be and dubbed over it. So yeah. So if you watch back, I think I've seen some clips back, and it's nothing. It doesn't look quite right, but when you're kids, it's magical. It's cool. Doesn't
I
matter.
love that. And in Jay's episode, he mentioned 2 seasons that we needed to watch. Go and listen to that episode and find out which seasons, and then we can, see for ourselves how good or bad these fight scenes are. Talking about fight scenes, Rich, you're fresh off the Newport Open with a gold medal today. Talk us through your day and your so shiny. I'm yet to achieve a gold medal. One day, Rich. One day.
It'll come. It'll come.
So
yeah. So just a good day. We had a small team go down. I didn't compete until around 3, but yeah, loads of new faces from the academy on the mats, which is really cool. Everyone done really well. I think we finished like 2nd overall, which is incredible for like a small club.
Good.
Do you know what I mean?
And you train out of Dragons Academy in Wales, which is amazing. You are known for your competitive spirit with other, not name dropping anybody, because they will have their own episode at some point soon. But Dragons Academy are known for their I guess, fighting spirit, really.
Yeah.
Where does all this come from for you, Rich? Because you've been training for nearly 3 years. Did you always start out competing?
Oh God, no. So for the first 6 months, I was like bang average. Do you know what I mean? I was just like really, really bad. But I decided to kind of take the plunge after about 6 months to go competing. And it's not one of these magical stories where I did amazing. I did awful. Like it was terrible. Like I smashed. I think my first match, the paramedics had to come and like sort my lip out. I was just bleeding everywhere because like my lapel had cut my lip from where the guy was strangling me. Like it was really bad. So yeah, but I was a lot heavier then. I was around 88k, pure fluff, pure dad bod. So I just realised that, do you know what? Actually, you have to make an effort with this. Get in shape and train hard. And I come back 2 months later, then I got my first gold, and it just seemed to have been been on a bit of a rip, got some momentum behind it. And yeah.
Nice.
It's been good.
So after losing that first match, I'm really wondering what the intent was to make that shift and really invest everything, time, effort, money, lots of training, and lots of kind of mental and physical improvement. What was the kind of changing point for you to make that decision?
I read the realization that I just don't like getting smashed. Do you know what I mean? I want to be the hammer, not the nail. So, but yeah,
Nice.
yeah, definitely. It's it just made me realize that if you want to do well in this sport, you have to like really apply yourself.
Yeah.
Have fun as well at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you have to apply yourself. And
Nice.
like say, dragons are doing so well, and there's so many like absolute savages, killers around me, and it's easy to be inspired by a lot of the guys there.
It's really fantastic to be inspired. And, I've heard the concept of the hammer and the nail, but I've never actually heard anyone say they want to be the hammer.
Who wants to be the nail?
Well, it's not spoken about, but it's inferred that most of us tend to be the nail. But making that active decision to be the hammer, I'm going to take that away, Rich.
We need to put on a rash guard. Be the hammer.
Is it all about the merch, Rich?
Yeah, maybe. It'll gotta look cool.
Love it. So you don't just compete, you've taken part in a number of super fights. Talk us through how that's been for you.
Yeah, really good. I like I like a super fight because you can really focus. You can home in on the one opponent. I like to do like a bit of research and things, and I like to know what people are about. So rather than having to focus on like 2 or 3, 4 people, wherever,
Yeah.
just and like really give everything in that one match. You know what I mean, because sometimes you have to be so it's all tactics. You know what I mean, if you've got a big bracket, then you're gonna have to like not go balls to the wall sort of thing in
Yeah.
the beginning to really conserve your energy and things. So, but yeah, I think it's more fun. It's good for spectators. You're allowed to do more, like high belt sort of submissions and things like that. So yeah, just have fun with it. Like,
Nice. So you're a blue belt, and Grapple Worlds is black belt rule set.
yeah.
How has your mindset shifted to go from competing at the likes of the Newport Open to competing on Grapple Worlds? I know you've been on Tanto and Jitz League, but shifting that mindset and playing up to black belt rules.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to definitely have to approach it differently. I mean, just because you can do these moves on somebody else, it's like heel hooks and things, they can equally, it can happen to you. So you train, you need to train with purpose, train defense, as much defense as attack. Do you mean it's all very, very important? It was just helps you grow, as a competitor.
Yeah. What is there any one thing specifically that you tend to focus on for your game that works for you, Rich?
Oh, just anything really fucking weird. Like, so sorry to swear, I'm swearing, my bad. Um, yeah, so just I just like I say, like jiu-jitsu for me isn't it just about being the hammer and winning goals and stuff. It's just about having fun, and I really like unorthodox things, like really unorthodox styles,
Yeah.
like especially like rubber guard and things like that. So
Amazing. I think that will serve you very well. Your
yeah,
opponent for Grapple Worlds is Lucas Yerrell, who is
yeah.
also a blue belt, and you're playing in the 75 kilo kind of division. Um, how have you been preparing for this? Even though we're kind of a couple of months out, there's still preparation time along the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So before now and that match, I'll have lots of stuff going on. So yeah, it's just keeping up my training, keeping up like working on things in particular that I've been working on. Like today, for instance, like I didn't just go in today to just come home with some like a medal. It was just solely work on what I've been working on. I've been teaching a little bit in the academy recently as well, which is nice. It's like helped me understand what I want to do a lot better because you're having
Yeah.
to teach it, you're having to explain why this works, why this doesn't work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, yeah.
That's good. Okay, so who are you coaching? What difference has that made to your game? Obviously, if you need to teach it, then you need to know it, and then your learning increases throughout
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But how has that journey been for you? Sounds like it's been great, but in your
That's been
words.
awesome. Yeah, I'm saying like it's literally just been the last week or so, but and going forward. But yeah, like I say, just it's been really great to, as you said, like it's just made me understand things a lot differently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just break things down into segments. Do you know what I mean? Not just like go through not just go through the motions. Just really think
Yeah.
about what you're doing and why it works and how it works.
Nice. I've been
Yeah,
at a jiu-jitsu camp this weekend, learning lots of different things, and often it feels like sometimes the plan to deliver content in a seminar, you might have a whole list of things to cover, but actually, in reality, having so many different people on the mats, it can a
yeah,
certain
that's
technique
a
can just
challenge.
take
Yeah,
longer.
exactly.
Actually,
Yeah,
you're delivering less content as such
yeah.
in a session. Do you find that?
100, yeah, just nailed, yeah, spot on, nailed it again. Nails, talking about nails. Yeah,
I'm not the
100%. So
nail.
like
I
I'll go in.
am not the nail. I'm gonna be the
I just
hammer
see
one
the nail.
day. It's subconscious,
Yes.
Rich.
Yeah, so going into each session, I plan on usually like working like 3 different techniques, which
Yeah,
they all link. Like I'm a big believer in like linking everything is really important for me.
yeah,
But yeah, sometimes they need to explain something a bit more if somebody's not quite get, or a lot of people are not quite getting it. So
yeah.
yeah, might have to like cut it down to 2, or whatever.
Nice. Now, part of the other side of your life, you're a family man with 2 young children, and
I am
you are
indeed.
also a tattoo artist.
I am.
Talk to us about the tattoo work.
Yeah, so traditionally, I like this. I am a black and grey realism artist, but I'm most well known for like my embroidery tattoos. But yeah, they're really cool. They look like really realistic. Well, I think they do anyway. People tell me they do. But yeah, I get people coming from like America, Australia, all over Europe. It's a bit surreal that they travel for that. But yeah, it's really cool.
It is amazing. Some of the embroidery style is quite appealing for me. Having lots of different skills in my armory over the last decades. But why embroidery style tattoo?
Right. Oh, actually, yeah. There's a little bit of a story. Basically, I'd just come out of apprenticeship. My colour was awful. Do you like colour tattoos?
Yep.
Awful. I couldn't saturate for shit. Really bad. And a mate of mine who's into do you like those metal music? Do you get these battle jackets with the
Yep.
cut off sleeves and the patches, into all that sort of stuff? And he wanted a band logo. I think it was like CKY. So he's like, Rich, I really want this, and I just knew I just do a really shit job of it. So I was like, right, how can we get around this? So I thought, oh yeah, maybe I'll make it look like his son, and it came out really cool. Do you know what I mean? I'd never seen anything like that at the time,
Yep.
but so I did a couple, and then over the like I think after COVID, I'd done another one, and I really enjoyed it, and it just snowballed, and it was crazy, and it's allowed me to work in like Paris and Milan and New York and things. It's
Oh
crazy. Like
wow.
it's a really crazy journey with it.
That is incredible. And finding your niche in an art, like being a tattooist, um, does draw some attention. Is
It
there
does, yeah.
anything you can relate to your game that might be kind of specific and niche that is giving you the edge with your jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Yeah, so like I was just saying, like my style is becoming more and more unorthodox, especially the brother guards and like I'm a big fan of Shin Curtis, like the goth, like today I got a nice little goth look, just things like that, just like really unorthodox style. Like yeah,
Yeah.
and I think like people come up to me afterwards and they're like, oh, blah blah blah, blah that this is cool. How do you do this and things? But it's just like I say, it's just making jiu-jitsu exciting. I think that's what it's all about.
Nice. Um, so you've been on Tanto, you've been on Jitz League, you're about to make your debut on Grapple Worlds.
Yeah.
What might come after Grapple Worlds, and what other shows are you interested in, Rich?
Definitely more. Definitely more super fights. I really want to just get a lot of super fights under my belt this year. I'm gonna be brave and take the plunge into IBJJF next month, my first one. So that'll be
Good.
cool. It'll be scary but cool. I'm worried I'm gonna like bow wrong to somebody or like stand in the wrong place or do something stupid,
You've
but
you've
I'm sure
only
it'll be
got to
fine.
worry about your kit. That's fine.
Yeah. But I also the scariest thing this year will probably be the Europeans. So because I finished top, I think like blue belt masters, I got a free entry to the Euros. So with
Oh
IBJJF,
wow.
so that's insane. Yeah, I might get smashed, but I'll get smashed for free. So it'll be fine.
It makes it even more sweet.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Let me just. Okay, this is the Grapple Worlds podcast with me, Lou Temlett. I do know who I am. Coming to you from the UK. The sponsors of Grapple Worlds 2 are Zebra, Soul Taker Fightwear, Grapple App, Pure Recharge, 10th Planet Banbury, and 10th Planet Milton Keynes. Go and follow them all over on Instagram. And as always, check out the clips on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And go and buy your tickets to see the likes of Rich McCann and Shane Curtis on Grapple Worlds for over,
Maybe I can get golf luck.
yeah, exactly. Grappleworlds.com, 28th of March on a Saturday. Go and buy your tickets. Go and meet all of these incredible athletes in person. Rich McCann, this episode is not over. We still have some stuff to talk about. Is there anything that you want to talk about, actually?
Oh, don't put that pressure on me.
Yeah. There is so much we could talk about. Any challenging times throughout your blue belt year, or kind of around? You've been a blue belt for a year. What
Yeah.
difference
Next month will be yeah.
is that kind of made from being a white belt, or do you just feel like a white belt with a dash of blue?
No, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, like I was. I was nervous going to blue. So coming into the year, last year, I was white. I'd won my first, I don't think it was like a pro grapple again. And then I'd won the absolute, I think it was an all stars or something, and I got promoted the next day. And as amazing as it was, I was a little bit, not gutted, but almost, because like my one goal going into last year, I wanted to win the British.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to win it. So I got promoted to blue, and I was like, oh shit, like
Oh,
maybe I
no.
have to wait another year now. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be different. Do you know what I mean? Because I got to I think I got to the quarterfinals. I got bronze anyway last year. With the NOGI in white. So yeah, I was just like a big gutted, but yeah, I mean, like I just applied myself to, like last year. I managed to win the British twice last year at blue, which is pretty cool. And the last one was a bit more special because my opponent Waleed, who'd knocked me out in the previous year, we get to meet in the final again, and I beat him on points, and you know, such a cool guy. Like he's such a tough opponent. But yeah, it was a bit of a special moment for me there.
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever met any of your opponents, apart from Waleed, more than once?
100%, yeah. So last year, I think one of my opponents I fought 5 times, one another 4 times, and other, you know, mixed. So that's yeah. And these are guys from all over the UK as well, so it's not just local guys.
Now you're obviously we're discussing the fact that you're a blue belt, you're mid-30s, and before we started recording, I kind of mentioned about you being a kind of prime blue belt age, and rightly so. You're mentioning so many opponents in your divisions and kind of categories. How many matches have you had to kind of undertake for any particular kind of competition in one division?
One division. Oh God, I don't know. Maybe like I don't know about matches, but like maybe like the most of them is probably like 8. So you're talking like 8 or more, maybe. So like 3 or 4 tops. And like I say, I consider myself as old. I don't want to be doing more matches than that. Do you know what I mean? One and done is lovely for me.
Yeah.
That's what the super fights are called.
I think some of us that don't have so many opponents in our divisions find it really quite exhausting to have to contend with so many matches in the kind of division. But how do you prepare yourself for the, you know, to keep up the continuity from the first match to the last match, and then kind of medal status?
Yeah, just like I say, like assess, just work out who you're fighting. I know there's a lot of people just say, "Oh, don't look at who you're fighting." I like to control everything, so I want to know everything. I want to know whether I can not chill out. I don't think you should ever chill out in a match, but just not expend too much energy if you can. Definitely just conserve energy. Last year, at the beginning of the year, I think I was a bit guilty of just going balls to the wall, just overpowering opponents, which is awesome, and I was getting quick wins. But then when it comes to like say match 2 and 3, or even in multiple divisions, then because obviously half of the time we're not just doing one division, we're doing multiple divisions. You're just feeling it. I mean, it's rough, especially after get an adrenaline dump, and that it's rough.
Yes. Now, you mentioned adrenaline dump? I have experienced it myself, but I only reflected maybe a year later and said, "Oh, it's that." Do you have that experience for super fights?
Oh, 100%. Like Tanto especially. Yeah. It was wild. It was such a crazy emotional. If you watch the match back afterwards, because I feel like I went into that match against a very good opponent in Sam, who's now purple belt. I wasn't supposed to win that match. This guy's renowned in our area for being a tough guy. So when I did get a win, because it was such a back and forth match, it was such a scramble. It was brilliant. I think I like jumped through the air and straddled Chris on the sides, coaching me. So yeah, I think there's some photos of that as well. It's cool.
So dealing with the adrenaline dump, do you know it's happening? Are you quite conscious in dealing with that, or does it kind of happen before, during, or after?
It's mainly before, but honestly, like the more I compete so regularly now. It's like it's just not becoming as much as a thing. Maybe if it's a really important match and it's against a really really tough opponent, you know, maybe But right now I'm just like trying to work on technique rather than trying to like get wins. I think you know if you do a correct job, then the win will just come as a byproduct. Do you know what I mean? So.
I know. So it sounds like The more you compete, the more you take part in super fights, the less adrenaline dump you're likely to experience. Does that sound about right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
Okay, that should be a plan for all of us. Go and compete more, go and do more super fights, and be the hammer.
definitely. Be the hammer.
I'm going to take that away as a complete and utter mindset. Rich, how can people follow your journey in the build up to Grapple Worlds 2?
Yeah, it's just social media. I love a post on social media. So yeah, just I think it's like Rich McCann or some. I think it's just simple or Rich.McCann. I don't know, something like that.
It
Instagram.
will all be in the show notes, as will the sponsors.
Yeah.
So please go and follow all of the sponsors and Rich over on Instagram. Rich, I'm going to come and see you for a tattoo, but I need to pick a time when I'm not going to be training, because I'm like, I really enjoy training all the time now.
Yeah.
So I need to strategically pick some time where I might be off the mats for a short period of time.
So we're actually making a podcast studio in the shop, like one of our artists, and
wow.
maybe we could do it in there. Maybe make a thing of it. You could like maybe do a live broadcast or something. That'd be cool.
While I'm being tattooed. Oh my god. Okay, my pain threshold is pretty high, Rich, but I'm not sure.
See how many times you tap out.
Yeah, I'm never tapping out before the end. You've listened to my other show. Rich, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the luck for Grapple Worlds 2. Go and get your tickets to support Rich, and keep doing what you're doing, Rich. You're incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. Thank you for listening to the show. Tell your friends about this show. I wouldn't normally have the word show twice in a sentence, but there we go. Go and subscribe. Go and follow. Go and review, even if you're tapping the 5 stars. And as always, this is one of many UK Jiu Jitsu podcasts hosted by me, Lou Temlett. Go and subscribe on YouTube. And if you've got this far, you'll go, what the heck is she on about? Anyway, catch you on the next episode of the Grapple Worlds podcast.